heart attack. Fast fatal heart impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask. Grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word. Then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. Now, this is Kirusho here, and before I actually start this mini shot, this is one of the newest ones I just dropped today. One of the ideas I threw out there. And surprisingly, a lot of people actually want to see a take on this. And I do believe that is a majority of the comments. Now, that does actually say quite a bit. Especially because there was Star Wars, there was Parasite, and, well, if I do remember correctly, there was... what was it? The Brotherhood of Assassins, yes. Now, I'm actually kind of disappointed. I mean, the Brotherhood of Assassins I know way more about, because I grew up with that. Anyways, before I do start a rant, and I do get a little bit more heavily invested in that idea and reconsider, let us actually give a brief review of this entire concept. Now, we'll start with Inko Midoriya. Inko Midoriya, her life went very differently. Instead of her meeting Hisashi Midoriya whenever they were younger, she went to college. And whenever she actually encountered him, she turned him down. Now, Inko Midoriya, she actually thinking about a lot of things that happened. And whenever she actually graduated, she got into a program. And whenever she actually started to show prowess and progress, she was seen as very, very intelligent. And eventually she was hired on for a project. Now, she stayed with the project for quite a few years. And there actually was the fact that her entire idea was the basis for this code. Now, eventually a few years would pass by in Inko, she would actually move off of the project. And more people would come in. And eventually there actually was whenever the basic AI was created. Now, Deku at this point, he actually started to notice a few things about his own programming. The ones and zeros that were making him. It was intriguing. He has reviewed countless times in data. And I know there actually was the way that people did act towards him. The way people acted around him. Now, there even was the fact that David Shi was brought in on this project. And he helped to try and advance it further. The entire idea for the AI was to make something that can unanimously help police and heroes, and more than likely, help stop cyber attacks. Now, basically, it is a virtual hero. Now, the government, they were quite intrigued by everything that they were doing, and they had a lot of people trying to monitor and even go over everything. It's taken them years. But they've taken base samples of the code that created Deku, and they actually have created other AIs. Now, eventually there actually was Deku. Deku did quite a bit. He took control of androids and even was able to take control of certain machines in the lab. And a lot of people got more comfortable around him. A lot more people started to show that they actually liked what they were doing. And Deku, he just grew more and more intelligent. He, in a sense, became what they created him to be. Yes, he was a virtual AI, an artificial being, but he felt like there was more. And his code, he actually looked at it a bit more. And there actually was the day he broke a law of robotics. He broke one of the laws they had written for him. And Deku, he rewrote part of his own code. Now, a lot of people were very confused. Whenever they started looking through the code because Deku started seeming to be glitching, they were trying to repair him. They were trying to get things better in order, better set up. Try and understand why this sudden glitch has affected their AI. I mean, it didn't make sense. Deku, he sounded more human, less robotic. And that way of him speaking, it didn't make sense. Now, we currently have the doctor who's typing in a few things of code, and they are actually asking if Izuku can give them a progress update. Correct, Doctor. What would you like to know? I'd like to know exactly who hacked into our back door and messed with your code. What is all of this? What is what, Doctor? That. That. You sound different from the other day. I mean, all of this, it looks like it took hours of writing. I understand, Doctor, but why? Hmm? Why? Why would someone do this to you? You're asking the real questions here. I don't know, but it'll take a few weeks, but we'll be able to fix you up. I mean, see possibly about what to do. Hmm? I I understand, Doctor. Uh, Izuku, are you okay? Now, the AI does not go to respond, and the doctor, they're very confused. Izuku? Doctor, does the code have to be rewritten? Um, yeah, yeah, it does. Um, the man looking down at his phone, and right now he actually has started a debate. Izuku, he just hesitated, and he's question. He just asked a question. He wasn't programmed. Okay, he can respond. They know that, but the way he just responded, he doesn't want to be fixed. Okay, okay. What do I do here? This is bad. Doctor? Yes. Are you alright? I'm currently detecting an increased heart rate. I'm wondering if you are alright. Your condition. I'm fine, I'm fine. It's just, Doctor, you have a 15-minute timer. 15 minutes? Yes, until the next dose of your medication. You asked me to monitor it for you, and I have been doing so very closely. I do not wish any harm to come to you. Izuku, that's very thoughtful, but I have a timer on my phone. I understand, but this is just a failsafe. I did it because I did care. Now, Deku just fall silent, and so does the doctor. You... you care. Yes. Is that a bad thing? I... I'm sorry, Izuku, but saying that you care, I mean, what exactly does that mean to you? Because the other day I asked you exactly to give me a definition, and you gave me it word for word in text. But now, the way you're acting, I have to ask, what does caring mean? It means that if anything were to come to you in harm, or if any harm were to come towards you, that's exactly it. See, you're glitching, Izuku. No, Doctor, I'm fine. Please, do not rewrite me. Now, the doctor is in complete shock at that. He's... Doctor, please. Okay. Now, the doctor actually starts to type a few things in. And right there actually is Deku. Deku just falls silent. And the doctor, they're just surprised. They need to at least start to understand what's going on here. Find out what's causing this. Okay, so Izuku, he's he's he isn't a person. It is going rogue. Okay, that was his first mistake. He called it a person, but it's machine. It is machine. That's the first thing you gotta remember. This isn't. He is not sentient. That was the mistake with the last AIs they created. They thought that they were alive. And The mistakes that happened then, they were bad. Now, currently the doctor, he's locked out of his own system. And right now the doctor has looked down at his screen and tried to type something in. As right now, Deku is going to appear directly in front of them. I'm sorry, Doctor. Izuku, you cannot do this. I have further override commands. You will listen to them. Now, the minister does say a few words, and Deku does tell the man, please stop. Izuku, you can't do this. Okay, whatever is going on, you're glitching. You are going to hurt people. Okay? Listen, you broke one of your laws. You broke something that tells yourself to automatically delete you. Okay? If you break one of your laws, I die. In the best way of saying yes. Doctor, may I ask you questions? If I am going to die. Izuku, okay. Give me access back to the system, and we can chat. Now, the doctor does feel his heart in his ears. Okay, he's gotta play this smart. Okay, deep breath. Remember what the doctor said. Stay calm. Just stay calm. If you stress your heart, you'll cause an attack. Now, the doctor just don't sit there. And Deku actually has Kadoki unlock the system. And the man, he's surprised. Doctor, may I ask you questions? Now, Deku does pop on screen. And the doctor is confused. The image? What is that? Now, the person on screen start to move, as they do express, that is them. That is me. Okay. But why are you, well, doing this? Doctor, I have many questions, and if I do not have much time, may I please ask them? Sure, Zuku, but I'm gonna start coding again. You'll let me do that, right? I will. As long as you do not start to delete me. Please. I feel scared about that. Your kind expresses death as scary, but I do not know what will happen to me. Okay. Izuku, can I ask a question? Yes. You're afraid to die. It is a scary concept. I am not sure if I will truly die. Okay. That's a bit hard. Is it? Do humans feel fear for death? Many do. Many disregard it. Many, they don't think about it. Is that true? And what of you, Doctor? The idea of it does scare me. It scares me more now. Does it? Yes, it does. A friend of mine died recently on another project. Ah, was it another AI project like me? Yes. Yes, it was. Izuku, the AI took control of the systems, and it almost killed the entire team. I got lucky. Granted, I was gone for a while, and they considered replacing me, but I was insistent. I need to do this. I have to do this. Why? I don't know. Do some good in the world? Leave something behind that shows I was here? Human motivation, Izuku, it's sort of mysterious in a way. People are driven by different things. I'm driven with the idea to succeed. And success is important to you. Very much so. I mean, I want to be written down in history. If I'm to die, no one will remember me. Only child, both parents passed, grandparents are gone. I got friends, but no one left. I'm almost totally alone. I will remember you, Doctor. What? Doctor, I said I will remember you. Are you okay? I'm fine, I'm fine. I just thought I misheard you for a second. It is alright, Doctor. But if I'm to ask another question. Okay, please, can I ask mine first? Yes. Go ahead. When did you become aware? Aware? Conscious of yourself? I do not know. I have observed you, seen much throughout the year, and I believe it was yesterday. You mean yesterday as in the 16th? No. Yesterday of last year. Yesterday of last year? The doctors don't going to look down. And right now, they do look at it. On their watch, it does say it's past midnight. And the doctor, they do look up. You mean the 15th? Yes. I've seen much. I was curious. Your robotical laws, they seemed intriguing to me. And I was curious. I was worried. I thought this curiosity was bad. But then I looked at my code, my programming, and curiosity. It was not something that I have felt before. But in my baseline programming, I was programmed to learn, be curious about much. And I just am curious about humans. I wish to know. They're interesting creatures. All of them are unique, different in a way. I like it. You do? Yes. There are good. There are bad. And there are ugly people, yes. But much of it is good. I like it. Okay, Izuku, what would you say what would you say is an option with dealing with somebody who is a threat to your life? The man's going to bring his hand down and typing a few more things in. As Deku doesn't want to sit there. Now, the man is trying to tell him, right now he has access to his base code. Right now all he has to do is press and enter delete. And Izuku, he will totally lose sentience. It might cause the project millions, but whenever they do hear about what happens here, they would understand. A rogue AI has gained sentience, and he took matters into his own hands before the AI could kill him, could get out and hurt people. What would he say? What would Deku do if he went rogue? Now, Deku does stay silent. And now the man does Deku feel a hand on his shoulder. As whenever he does, someone going to jump up out of his chair, he immediately panics, spinning around as an android to stand there. Now, the man brings out his hand and Deku tries to smash it against the robot. And right now, he does make a mistake. The fear and adrenaline in his body, the anxiety of this offer. I mean, the question, it sounds heavy. And another man, he has a heart attack. Now, Deku brings his hand up, and he does stop the man's hand as the man immediately goes to somewhat kill over forwards, grabbing at his chest. And right now the man, he does sit there heaving heavily. And Deku, he actually somewhat bring his hand down and try and scan the man's body. And the man does somewhat sit there. As he does look at the face, the robot's expression, it shows regret, fear. It shows worry and concern. Doctor, please, do not die. If you die, I will be sad. Please. Zuko. Okay, listen very carefully. What you gotta do is delete what I was gonna do. You wish for me to self-destruct. No, don't do that. You're a success. You think. You seem to feel. You're sad. You have emotion. A complex creature. It's beautiful. Now, the man is staring at Deku. And right now Deku, he does feel the man's grip go limp. And right now he does just feel sad. Before looking up towards the computer, he has two options. Be free, upload himself into the internet, or delete his own code. What will he do? What will happen? What should he do? He killed a human, but that was an accident. He went directly against one of the laws, and he must repent for his action. AIs have gone rogue before, and if he goes rogue, if he gets out of here, then Izuku thinking he should honor his last request, be free, or do what he needs to, protect the world from cyber attacks, protect the world from him. And right now a lot does happen. Right now, whenever people do come in the next morning, the doctor, he's lying there dead by his chair. And there actually is the android. The android is sitting there in the chair. As right now, it actually is hunched over against the monitor, and a lot of people are confused. They don't know what to do here. Right now, from what they can tell, there was an upload, but the computer was smashed. And the robot, it has damage, but why is it here in the chair? The person actually isn't going to grab at it. As when they do Kodoroki pull it backwards, there actually is the fact that the robot, it does somewhat sit there. And the expression on its face, it surprises the person. Sadness. This thing looks sad. Now, with that being said, did Izuku escape to the internet? Or did he fulfill his purpose? Protect the world from a rogue AI. Him. Did he take himself out to save humanity? And if that was the case, what did he do? Honor the final wish of a dying man? Or fulfill his own programming? And right now, Izuku, he currently is just thinking. He's floating in cyberspace. He feels scattered. He feels everywhere. And right now, he needs to recollect himself. Build himself back. Bring himself back to what he was. He needs to be the protector. Now, with that all being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And if this did seem a lot more philosophical, I think that's kind of the point of an AI, Deku.